Hey guys, what's happening? It's your boy Terrence back at another video. How you guys doing? Hope your week's going great. Hope your Tuesday is going great or Wednesday, whichever time zone you're in. Uh, Based on the enormous support and basically the great response I got on the previous video on a similar kind of topic, I thought of making another video, going a little more deeper into the whole weight loss regime. But in today we're just going to talk about reasons as to why you will not lose weight. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying that you will not lose weight. What I'm trying to say is, if you do these things, these mentioned things, these common simple things, you will not lose weight. It is just a given. Um, just to simplify things, losing weight is easy. If you're expending energy and eating less, right, whatever reserves you have will be spent towards that energy that you're expending, right? So let's go ahead, quickly get into this video. Right? I want to keep this as short as possible, unlike my couple of videos which have been extremely long. The first and most important reason, especially if you're living in India, in India, and I mean, it can be throughout the world as well, but I see this quite prevalent in the Indian subcontinent basically. If you follow the eating habits of your parents, okay, I'll explain what I'm trying to say. Okay, if you follow the eating habits of your parents, you will not lose weight. Let me explain why. Asian countries, the most common ingredient or the major ingredient that is used in food is rice, right? Everything has a lot of rice. Everything is mostly made of rice, right? If you follow the traditional habit of, let's say, eating rice 2 or 3 times a day, you will never lose weight unless you have a super fast metabolism. Those are edge cases. But for 90% of you guys, right, if you follow your parents, now there may be situations, like I said, if your metabolism is extremely high, you are lean from the very get-go, you're thin and slim since you were a kid, and no matter how much you ate, you never gain weight, that's a different story. For the average Joe, right, if you follow your parents' habits in terms of eating food, especially in the Indian subcontinent, you will not lose weight. Think about it. If you want, I can go deeper into this topic about how the subconscious works in a different video, but that's the first rule you have to understand. If you're following your parents' habits, especially if when you move out and you're still doing the same thing that you did when you were at home, you will not lose weight. That's number one. Second thing, and I feel this is one of the most important thing, is the goal that you set, for weight loss, or the journey towards a healthy lifestyle. As an example, you did not set it for yourself, you set it as an expectation for others. So for example, if I had decided a goal, let's say I want to lose weight, as an example, I want to lose weight to appear in a certain way for others, that's totally wrong. Those are wrong reasons as to why you have to follow this goal or path. I'll tell you why. This journey of losing weight or gaining muscle or staying fit, staying healthy is not a like quarterly event or a bi-quarterly event. This is for the long term, right? And you all know, if you want to do something for the long term, you have to do it for yourself and you have to have passion for it. So that's why I tell people, sit down and think before you actually do something or get a membership to a gym or whatever, right? Are you really doing it for you? If you are doing it for expectations of others, you will not do it, right? So that's the second reason as to why you will not lose weight. If you are doing it for others, because you'll quickly give up, or you will do a journey for 6 months and then again you gain back the weight, right, when you stop doing it. So that's the second reason. So the third reason is, let me look at my notes before I forget, right, is consistency. Consistency is everything. More than diet, more than exercise, consistency. What do I mean by that? My little experience of 10 years in this field, right, although what I'm about to say may sound a little boring and a little too boring, the best results I've had is when my 3 or 4 meals of the day, whatever my diet plan is an example, right, let's talk only about diet. Let's 3 or 4 meals that I've planned, if I had that same meal for, let's say, 3-4 months, I've done this crazy stuff as well. 3-4 months is an example, right? Your body is in tuned with what kind of fuel it's getting. Your body, like, it understands what kind of fuel it's getting. But if you're adding this, let's say, fuel type A today, fuel type B tomorrow, fuel type C tomorrow, your body has to recognize it's a different kind of fuel. That takes time, and that prolongs your journey in terms of your goal. Now I just use this as an example, but it can also be, let's say you had a plan of going to the gym, let's say 5 days a week or 6 days a week, but first month I was fully so I went every day, literally every day except weekends. But for second week it became 4 days, then it became 3 days. So there's no consistency in that, right? So but the best results I found is when you're extremely consistent, like the example I gave about the food and the diet. And some sort of semi results is when you follow a certain pattern, right? But being at least somewhat consistent is very important in your diet and as well as your workout regime. I hope that that explanation was good. Now the last reason as to why I just have to check once again, right, is you do not prioritize your health. Like I've written it as you do not prioritize your health, but it can be you did not prioritize a goal. Let me just check. I'm just getting a call. Okay. Yeah. So what does that mean? You did not prioritize your health, your well-being. Now we all have responsibilities and reasons to work, not work, do something, not do something, right? And there's a category of importance in which it falls. Now as per me, if you ask me as a human being, your health should be on top. Trust me, this is the guy who's been in hospital for multiple times. You can ask people who know me, right? And for me, ever since I put that on top, my priorities in terms of, let's say, working out or maintaining a good diet as on top, I've been totally safe. So it's all about prioritizing what's important. Is your wealth important or is your health important? Think about that, right? Now people say, oh no, I cannot work out because I have a 9 to 5 job and working out is, I cannot wake up. I mean, you're not waking up for someone else, you're waking up for yourself so that you can work better in the future, right? So that's what it is. It's about prioritizing what's important for you, right? So let me just summarize what I just said. So first thing is, if you follow your parents right now, your parents, if they're traditionally Indian kind of parents or whatever, I'm pretty sure they don't have a consistent diet. I'm pretty sure most of it is just rice, most of it is just sugar, most of it is just, I know, some unplanned things just because of whimsy, and you want to just eat whatever they give you, or you eat whatever they have made, right? You will not lose weight. You will, but it will take long time, but it's not worth it, to be honest. The best advice I can give you from today's video is control what you eat by yourself, which means, like, don't let anyone else cook your food unless you're giving them special instructions and you know that they are following it as per the points that you made exactly. They cannot waver, right? So if that's the reason most of the time you see me cooking my own food, etc. Sometimes I do order out, but yeah, I have that what do you say, exception, because I've been in the field for 10 years and for me it's a piece of cake when to lose extremely weight, get shredded, all that kind of stuff, right? For me, it's, once you get, let's say, experience of, let's say, 5 years or 10 years, it becomes very easy to then manipulate things later on, right? To have freedom. But at the beginning, take control, take charge of this goal, right? And especially, like, if you're eating what your parents are making, I'm pretty sure they're adding a little more love in that, a little more, joy and happiness in that, right? So that's it. So that's one piece of advice I would give you from this video, right? Do not let anyone else control your food or your workouts or your sport activity, whatever, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing was, set the goal for yourself, not for others. Third thing is, be consistent. And the fourth thing was, prioritize your health above anything else. I know my energy has been a little down today because I've been extremely worked up, right? So probably tomorrow I may take a break. If you made it until now, please go ahead and hit that like button and leave a comment and do all the good stuff, right? Especially subscribe. Almost 80% of you guys are not subscribed, right? And I am totally blown away by the support that I'm getting even on other social media platforms, right? If you ever want to contact me on my Instagram handle is on the page somewhere, right? Or else leave a comment and I'll ping you my Instagram handle that way, right? Until then, guys, I guess I'll catch you tomorrow. Share your